Hello guys, this is Dr. Murali Bharadwaj from 99crores.com. Startups, everywhere. So many startups, wonderful entrepreneurs, and very risking investors. Today I am going to talk how to manage the board of directors who are often the major investors of a startup. What are the common mistakes done by the entrepreneurs that are avoidable in managing the board of directors? But before that, what is the meaning of a startup failure? The different criteria. If it is liquidating the assets where investors lost all their money, around 30 to 40% startups ultimately end up in that situation. But if you like to call failure as a failure to get return on investment of the investors' money, around 70 to 80% of startups qualify for that. But you have given some projections on wonderful PowerPoints to your startup. You are unable to achieve that milestones. If that is the definition of failure, then almost 90 to 95% of startups qualify to become that. So what is the first mistake done by the entrepreneurs, founders, CEOs of the startups with respect to their board of directors, governing board? Infrequent communication. Once you started the journey of startup, then there will be a lot of points to prove in terms of your strategy, marketing, unforeseen complications can come up. You should be in a position to communicate all that transparently to your board of directors. If you want more funding from your investors and you want a healthy advice from your board of directors, you cannot keep them in dark during the dark times. Similarly, the communication with the board of directors by the founders and CEOs is an ongoing process. It is not just episodic or it is not a formality. Even if the startup is smoothly sailing, still the board should be fully engaged and informed, and you should be ready to celebrate small victories that you achieve during your journey along with your board of directors. Always the board loves to listen good news, and also it is ready to listen bad news. Be very sure to bring that celebratory culture whenever you are achieving small victories in your journey. Now the mistake number 2 done by a lot of entrepreneurs and the founders and CEOs is camouflaging the bad news and trying to sugarcoat it. A lot of us think that if we tell that the Titanic ship is actually sinking, we think that the investors will feel very bad or sad about it, and they may completely get disappointed. And the founders try to fiddle like the Nero when the Rome is burning. So that should not happen. They love to listen. It is a journey together with your board is what you need to remember. Why the board agreed to come on the board in the first place? The reason is, like a godfather, they believed in you as an entrepreneur and as a founder. So that's the reason you should tell them. And in fact, the board members can bring a wealth of experience onto the table. They might have seen similar kind of situations in other startups where they have invested, and they may give their 2 cents of advice. You should be ready to open up. The mistake number 3, Don't give up your power to control the things. That's very important. You should remember that the board of the directors are only to guide you and to bring a overall governance. They are not to execute and run the company. It is you, the founder, who is supposed to execute and run the company. So, always the board and the founder's role is complementary, but it is altogether different. You are there to execute, they are there to govern, is what you have to be very sure. So, how do you need to pitch to your board as a founder? See, board, I have this problem. Here is what I am thinking about. Do you find any blind spots in my thought? Am I missing anything over here? Do you predict that there is a better way of doing these things? Do you think, suppose if we fail because of this strategy, is it going to be the worst failure or still a recoverable failure? Or is this failure going to open up something new avenues? So this is what should be your pitch when talking to the board of directors. So the moment you have the operational control and give an opportunity for them to express their opinion, if both of you are doing a good job together, then it is a wonderful board. And a good board, a good number of times will save you from yourself. A lot of times as entrepreneurs and founders and CEOs, we tend to become too ambitious, unfocused, and we kill ourselves, the opportunities that are there with us. The best example is Facebook. The board is highly vocal, many times telling the Facebook about the privacy issues, but it always ignored until it got compromised in the Cambridge Analytica scandal. So it is the transparency and the trust that should be the foundation between the founders and the board of directors, and you should lean on them, but don't expect them to do your job. So many more pep talks on how to run a good, successful startup, the funding fundas, and many more. So please tune and subscribe to the YouTube channel of 99 crores. Thank you.